And that's as much as I got at that point, was just fluffy hair, because it was not acceptable. And the message was a subterranean message, but it was a clear message. So out went the dolls, gone. No more plushies. No. No more wig heads. No more boxes of dresses. No more any of that, right? So suddenly I started drawing like with a mission, like with a flaming passion. I started drawing. And what were most of my drawings? Women. Some of them were as innocent as dresses. I would literally like do little dress designing, like, okay, well, this would be a cute shift dress, but it doesn't go in. It goes in, but it goes out straight and it's pleated on the side, innocent stuff like that, right? And then it would be more and more drawings of women, and then, all kinds of kind of nefarious things involving, some of you have seen my drawings at that age. My psychiatrist had a cabinet this tall of my drawings, that it was like its own section of his credenza. I would say 3/4 of them or all of them were women. Dressed up, being action heroes, being victims, whatever. Makeup, of course. Hair, of course. Dressed, of course. Heels, of course. Because I wasn't allowed to play that out with myself anymore. No more running around with mommy's shoes. That wasn't okay. No more innocently throwing on a shift dress and seeing how it feels and looks. That wasn't okay. No more Barbies. No more Midge. No more of any of that. So by the time I got moved out of the Swiss Alps in West Hollywood, the foothills of West Hollywood, I don't know, and down into the flats, I won't say what we call those flats, no more. So it was all, since it wasn't okay, and that message was clearly made clear, and then suddenly I'm in a shrink's office, asking how I feel about everything under the sun, I got the message. So I poured it all into my illustrations, and I drew, and I tore out, like, I don't know, pictures of Diana Ross and other, run around playing music. Bette Midler, I don't know, when no one's around, but not dresses, not makeup, not dolls, none of that. That wasn't okay anymore. So I had to channel it in other ways, which is kind of like a neurotic way of having to deal with it. Not to get too psychobabbly, that was like the ancient term for disturbed. Neurotic, she's neurotic. So that's where it landed, me getting it out in other ways, because it wasn't okay. So there I was then, drawing. That was my way. Music was my way. Pantomime, maybe, but none of the other stuff. I never asked for another dress. I had Matchbox cars, even with the Barbies. I had like plaques, those, well, you don't know, but there were plastic boxes of Matchbox cars, and you had like racetracks and little parking lots and roads and everything. I played with those guys, so what is the problem? What are the expectations here? I mean, I'm not even in 2-digit age here. So, so that, that's kind of like where it kind of like, it ended with a whisper, as they say, not with thunder, but with whispers. And Sean started looking girly, but he didn't act girly, and he didn't play with girly stuff. So then I was stuck with looking girly and always being clocked as a girl, but not being able to play it out at home recreationally with the dolls that I wanted, and the wig head and the whatever. That was not allowed anymore. And then ironically, I gave up my drawing too. All I ever wanted to do, as we all know, was to be an illustrator. And I was thrown into an industry that had very high expectations of me in terms of earnings. And I realized that that was not going to be it either. So I wasn't allowed the girly stuff, and then I was sort of my, drawing the girly stuff was extinguished as also. I kept doing that for as long as I could. And then the drawings got really weird. And then I was very clear I was never going to be able to be my dream as an illustrator. And I was stuck with this acting thing and studying with the best and suddenly working, and poof, there it went. And so, alas, that is basically Sean's story of the boyish, girly stuff. There's really not much more to it than that. It was ripped away and unspoken, as I'm sure with many of us in our family scenarios. It was a thing that was not okay, but not discussed. Sound familiar? Well, that's what it was. And I don't know. That was really it. I mean, it never went away. It went into a closet, like so many other things, right? Okay, well, I don't know what that show was all about, if it was happy, sad, funny, or pathetic, but there it is. There's me in that picture running around in just a dress, no makeup, just, feeling it out, and here I am. Then I became a drag queen with a vengeance. And then I gave it up, and I don't know, life happened. So I don't know. I hope your story with that, if that was in your life, was, I don't know, can you relate? Or was it better? Or is it much worse? I hope it wasn't much worse, but I don't know. I felt the need to share the girly boy with you. And so there's the girly boy. And here's whatever it grew up to be. Okay. Thank you for letting me, I don't want to say vent, but, share these kind of like completely spontaneous gut punches with me. And that's it. I'll see you soon enough. Thanks as always. You know how much I appreciate your time with me. And we have shows, previews, clips, and teasers coming up tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know, I keep saying maybe another Twister, which I think is going to be coming up soon. And then I got a grab bag full of other things. So until then, take good care of yourself, and hope you're well, and I enjoy our time together. You 4 people in my living room, not you 6 jillion people out there globally. Well, bye.